everyone, welcome back to my vlog channel, where today we're going to be mixing all of the cake mixes together and then sticking them together with all of the icings mixed together. So if you didn't see my previous mixing cakes video, I made a layer of each cake, but I didn't mix the mixes together. Today we're going to mix the mixes together. So I have 9 cake boxes, however this one requires butter. I don't have butter. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 icings to mix. This one is almond, which I don't think I will like, but I'm gonna try them all before I mix them. So I'm gonna take this down before I knock it down, and we're just gonna get started, and I'm very, very excited about this. So in terms of cake mixes, we have the apple pie Mr. Kipling cake mix. This was absolutely delicious. We're gonna add to it some Bakewell cake. A cherry Bakewell cake. I don't even know what this is gonna be like, but I actually really want to smell it. Then we have our rainbow cake mix, that'll be going in. We have some country carrot. I'm already thinking this isn't gonna taste that great. Some red velvet, which someone said apparently is chocolate cake with red coloring. Is that true? Is it chocolate cake? I don't know if I've ever actually just tried a red velvet cake. I'm sure I have, but I don't remember. Chocolate cake. We also have a velvety vanilla cake, so just a general sponge, and then a zesty lemon. Also thinking I could, why don't I have a lemon cake? Oh, do I have any left in here? I've just realized I don't have any lemon cake, and I'm really unhappy about it. Like really, I have a lemon. Did I say that I had a lemon cake? I'm really confused right now. Did I hold this up and say that I had lemon cake? Then we're going to stick together our cake layers with the icing I have here. So let me just go through some of this icing with you. First of all, we have almond. I'm not a big fan of almond, if I'm honest with you. I don't think I'm going to like this. I'm definitely not going to like that. We have rich cream cheese icing. We have salted caramel icing. We have zesty lemon icing. We have indulgent chocolate fudge icing. We have vanilla buttercream, and then chocolate and hazelnut icing. Chocolate and hazelnut. So we're gonna mix all of these together. We're just gonna go to town, stick these together with those. I'm excited. Let's bake. Cake drum. Is this a cake drum? Would you call this a cake drum, or a cake stand, or a cake platter? I wouldn't call it a drum. I mean, I'm assuming that's the correct term, but I wouldn't call this a drum. Anyway, got my little cake stand thing, got my cake tins, got a scale, got my fancy whisk that lots of you seem to enjoy from my last video. You push it down and it spins. Brilliant. I have a measuring jug in case I need it. I have a bowl here. I also have a bowl here. I am so prepped for this video, and then I have sprinkles. Here's the thing. This is what we're gonna try. Each of these cake boxes is very similar in the number of eggs, the amount of oil and water that they require. And they'll also contain, I'm hoping, around the same amount of cake mix. So if I can average out the required cake mix, the required eggs, the required oil, and the required water, I can make a good cake that will actually cook. First, velvet vanilla, 430 grams. Zesty lemon, we have 435 grams. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of pattern here. 436. Someone added a little extra gram. Rainbow cake, 432. 428. I'm missing 2 grams of cake mixture here. 436. Okay, good. This is brilliant. They have a good average measure for a cake. This is a Mr. Kipling one, so I'm thinking it could be different. It feels a little bit lighter. I'm going to call this 380, 360, 370 on the apple mix. Okay, the blue Betty Crocker mixes are all very, very similar in their recipes. They all have roughly 430 to 435 grams of cake mix. They all require 3 eggs. They all require roughly 200 ml of water and roughly 100 ml of oil. So that's what's going to happen. And then these two are my little outliers. They have less cake mix, but they also require less egg and less oil and water. So I'm thinking if I just add more cake mix, then I can add the same oil and egg and water as these ones. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. So we have 8 cake mixes. We want 430 grams of cake mix total. So Google tells me 430 divided by 8 is 53.75. So I'm gonna go for roughly 54 grams of each cake mix. 54 grams coming up. Lemon cake, 54 grams. Oh gosh. That went everywhere. Oh my goodness, this cake mix smells like the milk at the end of a Cocoa Pop fiasco. You know when you eat a bowl of Cocoa Pops and then the milk has that milky cereal smell? I'm playing with fire with my shoving in at the minute because if I add too much, I can't really get it back out. Carrot cake smells of rabbit food. It doesn't. Ooh, 54. Look at me and my brilliant sprinkling skills. Cake mix is in the bowl. I have a little spatula and I'm gonna give it a little stir, mix it together, and I will film on my handy dandy phone for you. Here we go. So, this is what we're looking like. It's a lot of colour. There's quite a few lumps in there. Am I meant to, what was that? What is that? What are you? Excuse me, what is that? And why is that in my cake mix? Is that a, oh, I think it's a bit of apple skin. We're gonna hope that that's apple skin because it is in there. Place your bets in the comment section before watching ahead as to what colour this cake is gonna come out. It currently looks like a mix between chocolate and red velvet. However, there is only 2 dark coloured cakes out of 8. So technically, the more dominant is a white cake, but there is a lot, as you can see, of chocolate and red velvet in there. We're going with 7 tablespoons of, oopsie, oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 200 millilitres of water going in. 3 eggs. I've actually told Nick not to eat any eggs because I thought I was going to need tons of eggs for this. Turns out just 3. Oil, water, eggs, cake tins. Let's film the mixing of the cake because I know you're all so excited to see it. Dun 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 dun. Whoa. We're mixing. Maybe I'll just give it a stir. Ooh. I'm wondering whether the lumps are apple or just lumps. Who knows? This smells like a very watery mixture. It definitely did what it said on the tin. I really feel like it isn't meant to be that runny. Like it just seems a bit more runny than usual. It smells like average cake mix. It doesn't necessarily have any of those smells in it. It just smells like cake mixture. So that's interesting. Now we're gonna try and get the same amount in each pot. I don't like this at all. They're going in the oven for 23 minutes and I'll catch you when they're done. Okay Google, set a timer for 23 minutes. While the cake tins are in the oven, cooking up a storm, I thought I would go ahead and try a little scoop of every icing. Totally unnecessary, but why not? And I'm gonna start with the almond one because I'm almost certain I'm not gonna like this. Now, I don't like almond flavored things. I like almonds as a nut, or almonds, however you want to say it. I'm not a fan of the flavoring. So, if I don't like this, which I'm almost certain I won't, don't take that as it's gross. Just take that as someone who doesn't like almonds, doesn't like almond icing. Shocker. I have a few things to say. Couple of things. Never really eaten icing out of a tub before. That's an interesting experience. Second thing, didn't like it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's not as strong as I thought it would be, but it's still almond and I didn't like it that much, so that's a no. I'm gonna be a little oddball and I'm gonna put these into the order that I think I'd like them, and then as I try them, rearrange the order if necessary. So the almond goes on the end. I don't even want it on camera. It wasn't nice. Let's try some vanilla buttercream. The texture seems a lot lighter and airier. It looks a little like foamish. This was very heavy. This feels very whipped. Oh, that's delicious. These have some work to do if they plan to catch up with that one. Oh, that's yummy. This is rich cream cheese. I can imagine in a cake to add a little subtle flavour of icing. Good, but not as good as this one. We're changing the ranks here. This one was delicious. It was really quite something. I am a fan of lemon curd. This smells of lemon curd. Let's see how light it is. Ooh, babe. Could actually do with a little bit more lemon. We're moving the lemon down the ranks. Okay, the next three are all chocolates, which I really thought I'd enjoy the most. Kind of like eating a pot of Nutella. But now I've tried that, I'm wondering, that could be my favourite. I'm not too sure. Ooh, no. Ooh, this is gonna be good. That's dreamy. That's really quite something. Wow. It is quite dark, but I'm thinking if you had it with a sweet cake, oof. We're on to the salted caramel icing. Now I have a funny relationship with salted caramel. Sometimes delectable, other times way too sweet and sickly. There's a chance it will remain in second place. There's also a chance it will go to the bottom of the ranks, above the almond. Almond is gross. Gonna need to try the lemon again. It's between this and the lemon. It's good. It's definitely better than our average icing. However, it is a little sickly and it's not got as much going for it as these ones do. So we're just gonna move it down the ranks to here. That's where you're sitting. Final icing flavour. This is chocolate and hazelnut, and I have very high hopes for this. They're really, really high. Please don't let me down. Oh my goodness. It smells like the inside of a Ferrero Rocher. Oh, I think I might eat the whole tub. This is the one. This is This is our clear winner. This is so clearly the winner. I could eat a tub of that. That is so yummy. Oh, wow. Icing verdict. We have ranked them. This is incredible. Deserves a medal. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. So, if you're making a chocolate cake, this is the one. Betty Crocker, fudgy, chocolate, and hazelnut flavour icing. Yes. If you err on the side of darker chocolate, if that's your flavour preference, this would be great for a chocolate cake. General cake, choose this one over this one. This is rich cream cheese, it's nice, but the vanilla buttercream just has that extra little hint of something extra. If you're making a lemon cake, yes, delectable, a little bit like lemon curd, And then these three are just meh. I mean, if you want an almond cake, this is the one. If you like almond, this is the one. I personally don't like almond. This, just a little bit too sickly sweet, would rather have a chocolate. And then this one just doesn't compare to the buttercream. So those are meh. These ones, yes. Yummy. Stop. Cakes are ready. Okay. We're gonna take them out the oven. That's what we're gonna do. Am I meant to wait longer or do this now? I don't really know. It's hot in there. It is steamy. I hoovered yesterday and now there's crumbs everywhere. The time has come to mix all of our icings together. Now I'm having an issue with this because I don't like this icing and I just don't want you to be part of my cake. But I said I'd mix them all, so we're gonna do just that. I'm gonna grab a spoon and we're just gonna put a scoop of each into this bowl, and we want roughly 400 grams because each of these is 400 grams. I don't want you to be part of the fun. I don't like you. Oh boy. I'm just really hoping all of the good flavours will cancel out the almond. Wow. Maybe I want a marble effect on my cake. Look at that. Oh boy, look at it. Ooh, yummy. Wow. You know, this is mixing actually just fine. I didn't think it would mix this well, but it's mixing. It's actually mixing very nicely. We're all friends here. So this is our icing. It very much looks like chocolate icing. I'm gonna taste it. does taste mainly like chocolate. I do feel the chocolate has cancelled a lot of the other flavours out, and I can't taste my hazelnut. And I'm not okay with that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut round the cakes and cut the tops off the cakes, and then I'll be back with you momentarily. Okay, we have our cakes. There are a lot of crumbs in a lot of places all over the kitchen. However, we have our 2 cakes. Are we ready? Yes. Yes, we are. This is going well so far for me. I'm not gonna complain. Even though it has all the flavours in it, it's basically boring chocolate icing. Cake number 2 going on. Maybe I should have done it the 3rd or 4th layer. It looks a little sad for itself, if I'm honest. Just gonna smudge this around. Oh, should not have done that. Oh, all of the crumbs are coming off. Oh dear. It looks like, oh, mistakes have been made. This was going really well until the icing happened. I should have melted it. You're right. You're right. You're always right. Hey, you know what? Okay, it's not going so bad. Take it back. Although mistakes really have been made because it does look a little tragic. I'm really trying to clean this up. It's not going so well. A crumb coat really would have helped, but I didn't do one, and now the edging is, it doesn't like me. There's just all of this crumbage happening. Now this bit just here, let's focus on this little section of cake where the corner actually looks okay, and not look at the rest of the cake where it's a real disaster. I know what will make this better. Sprinkles. Maybe if we just coat it with some sprinkles, no one will know. Ugh. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh, this cake's lovely. Look at this. Can I do the special thing they do where they throw sprinkles at the side of the cake? Will this work? It might work. Actually, if I gently tip this on the side, can I just... Oh boy, I'm a genius. I could do with a couple of more sprinkles on this side, couldn't I? I just absolutely missed the cake. That's how good my aim is. Did you see that? And did you hear that? I wanted to throw out the cake. It just went on the floor. You could hear them all falling. Look how impressive my cake is. It's not really, is it? It is a little bit of a mess. Let's taste test my cake. I'm very excited and also not that excited because the icing did end up tasting of chocolate, so I'm feeling like the cake may end up tasting like chocolate. We're gonna just go for this, okay? A slice of my cake. Ooh, wow, that icing is thick. Aww, look at my little cake slice. I don't have a plate to put it on. Okay, this is a balancing act. Oh, the plates are really low. I just need to get a plate. Just please let me just get a plate. Lovely. If you don't own baby forks, you should grab yourself some. They make you feel fancy when you eat dessert. So, here goes nothing. I don't like it. It doesn't really taste of anything, but it tastes of everything at the same time. The main thing I'm tasting is rabbit food and maybe a little bit of egg. The sponge is very light and very moist, so I'm happy with my overall cake texture. We're gonna pretend I'm on Bake Off and I'm gonna present my cake to Paul Hollywood, who is stood here. Hi, I'm Paul Hollywood. I can't do accents or voices, so there will be no actual impression happening here. But let's pretend I'm Paul Hollywood. Well, Paul, it is a little bit of everything. I went crazy with flavours to include everything, so it's very versatile and scrumptious. I look forward to trying some. Oh, it's a very moist cake. It's cooked well. It's very light in texture. And I like your chocolate icing. Thanks, Paul. I worked really hard on my chocolate icing. I'm not really getting all the flavours. What flavours are in there? Well, Paul, we have carrot, lemon, vanilla, chocolate, cherry, apple. We've got a little bit of everything in there, Paul. Yeah, I'm just tasting a carrot and I think you've put too many flavours in there and they're all cancelling each other out. That's what I thought, Paul. That's exactly what I thought. That's how the conversation would go. So that's my cake. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was very, very disappointing in the end. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't look like anything I'd want to show to anyone. The icing tastes like plain chocolate icing, and the cake itself tastes like a very boring, plain vanilla cake with a hint of rabbit food. I hope you did enjoy this video from the comfort of your own wherever you are, and now you don't have to clean up any mess. but you do know never to mix all of the flavours together because it's not worth it. See ya.